This is number 34. Thank you for watching this video. This is a presentation of Grajeda Financial, and we will talk about the AlphaMale setups. Thank you to the guys of NinjaTrader, our recommended trading platform. And before anything, I encourage you to read our legal disclosure. This is an educational video, and we talk about trading, but this is only for education. Say that, let's go to the point. Before I start talking about setups, I must tell you that I use a template that indicates when the market is trading. In this case, we have a bearish rally, a huge bearish rally, and I use range bar. I remind you that AlphaMale works in any kind of chart you use. It works exactly the same if minute, Renko, tick, or any kind of chart you use. The configuration of AlphaMale is based on volume. It's not based in what kind of chart you use. I get used to to look at the market with range bars, so most of my trading is in range bar, even though I use also the 10-minute chart and ticks chart in order to see and visualize volume profile. Well, this is the holy grail of AlphaMale. The holy grail you must be in a trend, and an AlphaMale is triggered at the same point of an exhausted trading line. In this case, you see this AlphaMale is trading and the market tested and is rejected. This is a huge sign that this price level must be important for the market. There is also a high volume bar in the ET. So a high volume ET, an AlphaMale that concur exactly at the same level of ET line, it means a good setup. This is not very often to see it in the market. You can see it maybe once or two times in the day in a session, but it's very important to think about. You can watch this, for example, in a very large time frame. So sometimes it's difficult to trade that kind of setup because the stop loss is huge. If you see this in I don't know, maybe a 15 minutes chart, you will find out that your stop loss is about 20 ticks, which is not the way I like to trade. I don't think about 20 ticks stop loss. I always think about something around 5 to 7 ticks. So it doesn't matter that. What is important is to look at this setup and try to take a small trade, a small risk setup here in this area. we have another setup here and another setup here, and the market will give you many opportunities to trade. So don't take trades that are difficult, because the market can do anything he wants. So we see another AlphaMale exactly at the same point of at the same price level here. And what happened? Well, the market tested once and then tested twice and then continues to go down. So when you see an AlphaMale exactly at the same price level of an ET line, watch it carefully. The next one setup is when we have an ET line and go away. The market tests the low. In this case, it didn't respect the ET low here, but it's very important to think that you can have a very good movement. Many times, many times, and in this case I show to you maybe this is a 10 ticks fresh bar, and it's part of a huge setup. So that's what I took it. I use divergence in order to have another confirmation of my setup. But also, it's important for me to tell you that we see a runaway AlphaMale here at this price level. And this is very often to see in the market. You see an AlphaMale trigger after tested an important support or resistance. The idea, or what I think that this happened, is because this is the stop losses of the bearish guys here. So this runaway AlphaMale that you see here is a typical pattern that you see in a huge movement, because these AlphaMale in fact are bearish guys that give up. So this is the last one, and you can see that we have a huge movement after this pattern. All this pattern, this AlphaMale and this are maybe in many times bearish guys, bearish big money that give ups, and bullish big money that is on the wave. So this is the normal scenario of a huge movement. Well, the next one is an ET line, and it's after trading in a high volume bar. We see here, remember that the darkest the bar is, the more volume is present. The lighted is a tiny volume. And I don't see it before, but this is also a very good setup. Is a low volume bar going through an AlphaMale, a price level with no volume. This is also important, and we have here a high volume bar. This light blue means this is high volume, and the highest volume is a black bar. But in this case, this is pretty good setup, because also we have high volume and the market say that this price level is important for me. The next one is when you have an AlphaMale triggered at the same level of an ET line we talked about before. And here, this is very important for me to point it out that AlphaMale is not related to volume. AlphaMale is related to price levels. We see that an AlphaMale is triggered at the same price level that once another one that happened before. So don't think that a high volume bar will trigger an important price level. And we see here two AlphaMale trigger and concur exactly with an ET line. So the market moves freely here despite the high volume bar. And this price level and this price level are very important to watch. So please keep in mind. And you can see here what happened. We see that the market have very high volume. We have two consecutive black bars. The market want to test this price level, go through all the AlphaMale, and then return to a higher level. This point out exactly the perfect way AlphaMale behaves in the market. It helps you to visualize the important price levels. The next setups is the way I trade. I like to trade with different charts with different time frames. In my case, range frames. And I see an ET, a bearish ET trigger in a 35 ticks range bar. What happened here? Well, what happened in this chart is that this price level is pointed out that must be important, a relevant one for the market. What happened in a 10 ticks range bar? Well, what happened is that the market tests this price level and rotates. And this is what is the perfect setup for me. About the same here. We have, okay, I missed something. When we see also that different ET concurs exactly at the same price level, it means this price level is important. This is also a setup. Two different ET lines trigger at exactly the same price level, and you can confirm here. The market say this price level is important for me. So when I said that AlphaMale is not related to the time frame, it's about this, because you see that a 35 ticks chart points out the same price level that is relevant to the market. So in different way. Oh, okay. Please keep in mind this. And what happened here? We see the same 35 ticks range and the 10 ticks range bar. And we see that in the lower time frame, this must be less than 10 ticks, I think. Well, doesn't matter. In the lower time frame, we see that an alpha male is triggered. So what is the meaning of this? In the lower time frame, you see a price level that is spotted by an alpha male. In the large one, you see ET. So again, alpha male and ET lines are in a close relationship. Here, the alpha male, the ET lines do not concur the another one. Doesn't matter. This is a price level that is about, the difference is about maybe 3 ticks at most. So what alpha male is telling you is this price level is very important for me. And you can see that the market tested once and twice. So this is very important for me to tell you. Okay, the next setup, this is a setup that okay. We have here a setup that is related to alpha male. You know, alpha male means high volume. So you don't trade inside an alpha male because the market is in a fight. An alpha male is triggered most times when the market is in a fighting between the alpha and the beta males, or queens, B if you like it. So you don't trade inside an alpha male, in this alpha male, big if alpha male. You wait until the market go to the lower point of the alpha male, and then have another setup. In this case, we don't have an ET in the down movement, but we have a runaway alpha male in the up movement. And this alpha male concurs exactly at the price level of an ET. So this price level is very important for the market. So I trade this. You can take a tiny, ridiculous setup, stop loss with maybe 3 ticks stop loss and take all this movement. Of course, this setup, I must tell you, this is not very often to see. Maybe you see it 3 times in a week. Okay. Another point that before I finish, I want to tell you is that here we see how alpha male spot and points out and helps you to visualize better volume profile. This is the volume area high, and an alpha male is triggered. And the market wants to go further, but it can. And the market wants to go down, retest this price level, go up, and this, my friends, this is volume area high, not this one, no the one that is plotted by other indicators, the volume profile theory. Volume profile is only that. Volume profile is theory. This is the engineering. volume profile, this alpha male. And you can see another time that the market got all the way of the alpha male and rotates. And this is the title of another presentation in which we will talk about volume profile and alpha male. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this video and have a good trading.